Hey everybody, welcome to another installment of Brad Cook Stuff. So, I managed to get my hand on a whole pile of Japanese-style bacon, and it gave me the perfect excuse to make something that I've kind of been wanting to make here for a very long time, a casserole. Problem is, I don't have a regular oven, but nothing says I can't do a casserole in the microwave. So, that's what we're having tonight. We're having ourselves a lovely microwave casserole. I've never made this before, but, I mean, how hard can it be, right? Anyway, let's take a look at the ingredients and see what we're working with. Here are the ingredients for tonight's dish. We have a massive amount of Japanese bacon. I have a single potato, a bag of shredded cheese, and some green beans. All right, let's get to work on the potato and bacon. I'm going to go ahead and cut up and fry all of this Japanese bacon, even if I don't end up using it in my casserole. And while I'm at it, I may cut out some of the fattier parts here. All right, so let's get to it. That is a lot of bacon. Let's start cutting it up. Okay. There's a little bit of fat that I've trimmed off, and the rest of that goes into the frying pan. Next up is this potato. I'm going to cut this into some thin slices. All right, I think that will do. Not a bad job, really. All right, let's get our frying pan ready and start frying the bacon. All right, it's time to load all this bacon into the frying pan. It may not all fit, but damn it, we will make it fit. That's entirely too much bacon. Let's go ahead and fry it until it's all cooked. All right, I think it's about as done as it's going to get. Let's go ahead and get this bacon onto a plate. Let some of this grease drain off a little bit here. There we go. Most of this was listed as sliced bacon. I actually had a little thing of smoked bacon. I got a little special something in store for that. So let's go ahead and swap out the bacon, shall we? So this is the smoked bacon. It actually came already kind of chopped up. So we're just going to toss it into the pan as is. Let's go ahead and fry this up. Shouldn't take very long because the pan is already hot and there isn't very much of it. I think these are done too. I'm going to go and put them in this bowl here. Let the grease drain off because I'm not quite ready to use them yet. The next thing we're going to do is fry up all of these potatoes. And I'm just going to use this bacon grease as our oil. In addition, I'm going to put a bunch of my Brewhouse Cheddar Burger season on top of these. Give them some flavor. There we go. Might as well use the last of it. I think these are done too. Let's go ahead and get them into a little bowl here. Next, we're going to open these 4 cans of green beans and put them into a container. Sadly, I only have a hand-operated can opener. One down, 3 to go. So we're going to put everything into this container here, and I'm going to put in some sabor de jamón, which anybody who watches this channel knows I pretty much use anytime I have green beans. Might not be big enough for him. Yeah, I'm gonna need a bigger container, I think. Yep, I had to use one of my old pots to put all the green beans in. I got plenty of ham flavor in there, and we're not done with these for a minute. Now, I'm actually gonna pour off this sort of hand-flavored green bean water into a container later, but for right now, we're just gonna set this aside and start making our casserole. So let's put this casserole together. We're gonna start with these potatoes, right? We'll line the bottom of this container in these fried potatoes. All right, I think that'll do as our bed. Let's start layering in our bacon and beans. So I probably won't use all of this bacon, we'll see. But we're definitely going to make a nice, solid bacon layer on top of these potatoes. All right, there's our layer of bacon. Let's put in some of these green beans. There's our layer of beans. Put in some more bacon. We'll cover this up. Another layer of bacon, followed by another layer of beans. Finally, to top that off, I'm going to put in this smoked bacon that I made. There's not enough, so we'll just use the last of this as well. And to top it all off, I'm going to dump in this shredded cheese. I could just use all of it. Well, I don't know about you, but I think that looks good. Just going to put the top on it, and we're just going to microwave this for a while. Make sure everything is nice and hot, and that this cheese is melted. Ooh, check that side profile, huh? Right, let's drop this into the microwave. I think I'd like to run this on low power, so 500 watts, and we'll start at 3 minutes. Let's check on it. Okay, there's a lot in here. It's warm, but it's still not that hot yet. Let's go ahead and give it another 3 minutes. All right, 3 more minutes. What are we looking at? Still not quite melted, but it is warming up. 3 at a time. Oh, okay. I think it's starting to get hot, and I think it's starting to melt. Let's vent the sides just a little bit here. All right, I'm going to give it another 3 minutes. All right, it's been 12 minutes now. I think it's maybe starting to work. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let's take a look here. Oh, that cheese is melted. Oh, that smells good, too. All right, well, I think it's time to eat. All right, moment of truth. I have here a plate with a casserole made of sliced fried potatoes, canned green beans, and Japanese bacon with a little bit of cheese on top. Now, here's the thing. All of my dishes are dirty, so I'm using a paper plate and a plastic spoon because that's really the only things I can use. Everything else is washed and drying and kind of wedged in. But let's give it a try and see how it tastes. First, smells good. Oh, nice green beans. Let's get a bite with some bacon, and I think there might be some potato on there. Oh, yeah. I mean, everything on here is good. I like fried potatoes, I like green beans, and I like bacon. So combining them goes together pretty well. Now, did this hold together well? Not at all. It comes right apart. As soon as you stick a spoon in, it comes right out and just falls apart. It's a huge mess. It did not have any sort of cohesion. I don't care. It tastes pretty good. Does this casserole have any synergy? Not really. No, it really is just three things that taste good with some cheese on top. But I'm not really complaining. This was kind of an experiment to see if I could make a microwave casserole. And the answer is kind of. All right, let's have a little bit more of this. There we go. A lot of green beans on this. Was this difficult to make? Kind of, yeah. I mean, I had to cut all of that bacon and slice off some of the fat to deal with all the green beans and move stuff around in containers and deal with a whole bunch of dishes. So this is definitely not easy, and it took me a really long time to make. However, I'm actually pretty pleased with the result, and I ended up clearing out a bunch of stuff from my fridge and pantry. So yeah, I can't complain about this. And the thing is, it's going to taste good later too. So I have some left on the plate here. I'm going to go ahead and finish that up, as well as a huge container of it back behind me. And I've still got all the green bean and hand-flavored water. I'm going to use that to make a little soup later on. As always, I appreciate you guys stopping in, and we'll see you in the next video.